The following is a presentation of Manatee Schools Television in association with TV production teachers and students.
For a varsity volleyball matchup between the Bayshore and the Seminoles of Southeast.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the MSTV Game of the Week presentation as we take you right after the national anthem.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your Lady Nobles, starting with number 1, Melissa Bush. Number 2, Alina. Number 8, Tyra Gray. Number 4, Olivia Lenore. Number 5, Alicia Martinez. Number 6, Annabelle Kemper. Number 7, Sophia Mendez. Number 11, Layla Hall. Number 12, Abby Humans. Number 13, Rachel Lockie. Number 14, Cody Brown. And number 16, Jada D. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your players for tonight's contest. Let's play some volleyball.
All righty, so after an exhilarating national anthem and opening, I'd like to welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to the MSTV Game of the Week presentation. We bring you to Southeast High School, home of the Seminoles, as they have their second contest of the year against the Bayshore Bruins. I am Frederick Stewart, also known as the People's Champ, and I will bring you the starting lineups here. For Southeast, we have number 3, Tyra Griggs, number 6, Annabelle Kemper, number 11, Layla Holmbeck, number 13, Rachel Lockie, number 14, Shatonia Brown, and number 16, Jada Dean, who will be starting out for the Seminoles. And for the Bruins, number 1, Aniele Martinez, number 4, Janiyah Randall, number 5, Nazaria Fisher, number 7, Lavinia Asinia, number 17, Ella Perkins, and number 21, Alexa Pena will be on the floor kicking it off for the Bruins. Last time we saw these two play, other than last season, we saw 2 losses from them, both going in the favor of the Seminoles. And the last time we saw them play, we saw the Seminoles 3-0 sweep the Bruins. And so we were here just a little bit earlier, MSTV, and we saw the JV take a win against the Seminoles. So maybe the varsity can take the lead from them and steal a win back and go 1-1 split on the year for them. First serve of the game from Asiya, and that's going to go over well. Going to be popped up in the air, slam back down, pops in the hands of the Bruins, and the Seminoles score their first point. That one being set by number 11, Layla Holmbeck, and I believe slammed down by number 3, Tyber Griggs. Someone we saw was a ferocious attacker on the end and will now be a ferocious server behind the line. Up in the air, right hand to the ball, it gets across, and that's going to be an ace. We saw over 20 aces last time this team faced off, as the Bruins switch in the libero. But we saw over 20 aces last time this team faced off in the way of Southeast. They were absolutely wreaking havoc, as we see another one there. Absolutely wreaking havoc on the Bruins via serving. The Bruins just couldn't find the groove in the first part of the game, but found some success a little bit later. Griggs back behind the line, 3rd time. Serves it, it hits off a Bruins defender. It's gonna be the 3rd ace of the night. 4-1 now, 4-0. As the Bruins make a switch here, bringing in Ella Perkins. Oh, no, she was just running in from out of bounds. Griggs again for the 4th time. That one also an ace. We see 4 aces straight now for Griggs as she steps behind the line for a 5th time. Serves it. That one makes it back over and is returned promptly and will be bounced out of bounds by the Bruins. So the Seminoles will increase the lead to 5-0. Switching in for the Bruins right now, number 3, Jordan Waters. And the ref's going to bring it back so he can do a proper switch. Griggs still behind the line. Hits the ball. Dug out right there. Pop back over, Holmbeck in the air. Ball slammed down. Seminoles able to wait the Waters. They go back to the other side. And they get it. It's going to bounce on the end off of the defender's hands as they try to rise up above the net. 7-0 Seminoles. That time there, the Bruins showing great resolve, able to get that one back over. And Griggs is going to step behind the line once again. Up and away. It's hit. And it's an ace. The 5th ace of the night. And a timeout will be called by the Bruins. So pretty much the same we saw last time. This Knowles team has been absolutely punishing behind the serving line. Again, last time they played, I believe that was last Tuesday, they were able to put up over 20 aces. So this is something that this Bruins team's gonna have to deal with, because you can't have that many aces and expect to win the game. It's too easy of points for the other team. And I can see Coach coaching them up right now, letting them know where they need to be and how they need to get in there to be able to defend against that. And some of those teams is also loaded with big hitters, girls who are really athletic, especially on the wings, and a great setter in Holmbeck. Griggs was amazing last time. Jada Dean was a monster over the middle, getting up high and slamming it down on the short hits, and something that the Bruins couldn't handle. Griggs gonna step behind the line again. Up in the air, right hand to the ball. It flies over. Good job by the Bruins to get it back over. They do. Jada Dean pops that one up, Holmbeck in the air. And that one's gonna get slammed down by number 6, Annabelle Kemper. And the crowd roars as they say she put it on her head. Kemper was someone we also seen do a lot of work for this team. Another great hitter on the squad. Griggs behind the line again, gets it served. That one's popped in the air. The Bruins finding their rhythm, gets it back over. Jada Dean in the air. Holmbeck to the other side. an attack, and they are going to say that one is in the favor of the Seminoles due to net interference. So they touch the net on the Bruin side. Back in the air, Griggs popped up. Set for the corner, big hit. And Perkins gets him on the board here, 1-10. Let's check the replay there, great set. Perkins puts it off the hands of the defenders. They try to get towards the net to block it. Too much power, finds its way on the floor. Serving, Fisher. Getting her first serve of the night. That one is fielded well, brought back to the Bruins side, popped in the air, and goes up high, makes it over. That one's immediately thrown back. Popped up again. Couldn't find the set for it. Falls to the ground, 11-1. And it's up behind the line now, Melise Bush. Her first serve. Gets a clean one over. The Bruins set it up for the middle. They attack, and it falls. Ella Perkins able to get another point on the board, 2-11. And doing the substitution. Bringing in number 21, Alexa Pena. And she's going to step right behind the line immediately. Up, over. Doesn't get enough height on it. It hits the net. And the Seminoles are going to make a substitution, bringing in number 12, Abby Humans. And she's going to go right behind the line. Up in the air and over high. Just barely cuts it there and is going to get herself an ace. It's the 6th ace of the contest for the Seminoles. That one right there throws off the timing, hit the net a little bit. And when it did that, it kind of surprised, as it does, and turns into an accidentally good play. Humans back in the air, up over, a lot higher this time. Popped up, attacked from the Bruins. Up in the air, big hit from Kemper. Being an absolute dog on the left side there. Getting the ball, getting up high and slamming it down hard. Big hit there. And Humans is gonna be behind the line once more. Up in the air, the left hand. Popped up by the Bruins. They're going to swing that one over. Popped in the air. Set and hit straight down the middle. Bruins do a good job getting it back over. Pop, great effort. And that one's going to come towards the scores table. The Bruins giving everything they had on that one, just wasn't enough. 15-2. Great effort there, getting low. I believe that was Jada Dean on the middle, as we saw her last time. An absolute animal. That one's popped back the other way. Griggs gets a piece of it. Set by. Up in the air. Hit back over, Humans. That one's going to Jada Dean. She goes over the middle. The Bruins are able to rally. Putting it back over. Popped in the air by the libero. Jada Dean again. She won't be denied. Over the middle, gets a big hit. And the Seminoles team, you know, a big threat. You know, you look at them and you say, hey, you know, you have big hitters on the outside and over the middle. I mean, at any point, the ball could be set any which way, making it hard for defenses to figure out where they need to go. That one flies out. Good eyes on the Seminoles to see that one was hit just a little bit too hard. And going to have a substitution here for the Bruins. Number 10, Christy Mendoza, coming in. That one's served a little bit too early by Humans. And so they're going to have a reserve. Humans puts it up, over, And it gets popped up and set. To the back line, they're going to get a hit on that. Griggs is going to catch it. Put it over again. Annabelle with a big hit there. That one's popped up. Caught and set for Dean down the middle. Great block by #1 Yanieli Martinez up the middle. Like Baby Shaq, she rose above. Blocked that one and slammed it down. Going to make it 2-17 now. Behind the line, number 17, Ella Perkins, her first serve. She's going to get up high, swing it over. That one's going to be popped up by Humans, and it's going to be an ace for the Bruins. Their first ace of the night. I believe this is the only ace that they've had this year against Seminole, so making some progress here. Going back to Perkins as the fans rumble up. And it looks like it has an influence as they get loud there. Goes out of bounds, 18-4, Seminole way. Set behind the line, number 6, Kemper. She gets up, big hit, that one's gonna go out. So return to sender. And we're gonna have Christy Mendoza behind the line now. She's up, she's in the air. That one goes fair. Popped up for Griggs. Griggs attacks it across court and catches the edge. Just a hair it's a hair before the line there. Able to get a good hit on it. Let's get a replay on that. Up in the air, gets up high, explodes, and unleashes onto the ball there. Jada Dean behind the line. Big hit, popped up. The Bruins are able to get it to their main hitter right there. On the outside, though, the line, Perkins really being a workhorse for the Bruins as we go to 5-20. Jada Dean going back behind the line from the corner. Skies it, hits it over hard. That one's popped in the air. Set for Perkins and is immediately smacked down in the middle there, I believe, by, I think that's Rachel Lockey. I can't really see her number. Oh, I can see it now. Yeah, Rachel Lockey. And she gets a big hit on it. That one over hit behind the line, and so they'll lead. The score will increase to 6-21. The Bruins having to change of face. Martinez up behind the line. The serve. Up and over. Just a little too far. Goes to the SCTV booth over there. You know, while we're here, we have a little break in the action. I want to give a huge shout out to SCTV. They're out here helping us out with MSTV. Had a lot of kids who joined the crew and a lot of kids who are learning as we go. Thank you to them for being such a great support. And also thank you to MTC. We have some of those students out here again tonight. Shout out to Jammer. He was helping us troubleshoot stuff earlier. So some great people learning some great skills, and that's what we do it for. Back to the action, 23-6. We have Holmbeck who just served it over. And there's a great block at the front there as the Bruins tried to attack that left side. Game point here as Holmbeck drops behind the line once again. Up in the air, right hand. Popped up. And a little sneaky play right there gets him from number 7, Lavinia. She was able to sneak in there. Looked like she was going to go set it. Gives them the left hand, caught them off guard. They weren't ready. I love to see it, especially with such big defenders at the front. Sometimes you got to use a little trick play, you know, get them off rhythm, get them off balance, get them off their timing. She gives us a great serve as well. That one's going to be set by Holmbeck for Griggs. And it's going to be too powerful to handle. And with that one, the Seminoles take the first set, 25-7. 25-7. Not much to say about that one. I mean, they had 6. They had 6 of those aces. So that's just 3 points on the board. And they absolutely just were really good hitting on both of the ends, middle, front, and back, and were very defensively responsible. One thing I will say about the Bruins, though, is they have amazing effort. No matter what happens, they're always in the play. And as you see there, they got some mental geniuses on the team, as number 7, Lavinia, was able to essentially get a little sneak play in, and we can see a little bit more of that. I think they could turn the tide easily, especially now they found their rhythm on getting the serves back. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with more MSTV Game of the Week. Don't go anywhere just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MSTV Game of the Week. We are here in the home of the Seminoles at Southeast High School as we just finished with set 1 as they take on the Bayshore Bruins. Took that one down 25-7, so the Bruins are looking to get their get back and hopefully come back in a stronger way after the break. Stepping behind the line, number 17, Alayla Holmbeck, the premier setter for this squad here. She's going to get some serves this time. Popped in the air, and they're going to float it over. That one's going to be popped back up for the Seminoles. Holmbeck gives it to Griggs. Griggs does what she does best and lays the smack down on the ball. Doesn't go cross court this time, stays on the same side with it. Quick replay. As you can see, digging out the serve from there. She just gets up so high and so explosive. She's able to really put some oomph behind the ball there. Holmbeck able to get the serve. The Bruins looking to attack there. And they couldn't find the space over the net. They go into the net. Holmbeck again with a serve. Popped up. Great drive on the Bruins. You know, at first they couldn't even get the ball back. They couldn't handle it, couldn't dig the ball, but now they're able to get it. And they're looking to attack. 3-0 for the Bruins. Sorry, excuse me, for the Seminoles as Holmbeck's behind the line once again. Another serve. And a good job at the net for Bayshore as they're able to block that. Give them a chance to get the balls in their hand now. A big hit there. goes into the net, but Bruins there to block if need be. Illegal rotation on the side of the Seminoles. And with that, the Bruins are going to be 2-3 now. Only a 1-point deficit. As they look to Asia to serve here. She puts it up and over. Dean's going to get a piece of it. The home back, she's going to do a little trickery there. Back over. Kid's diving on the ground for it. Gets a big hit on it. Going to bounce off the hands of the defenders there. Number 14, Katona Brown. And as you see there, just tipped off the net and rolled off the fingers of the defenders for the Bruins. Griggs going to find herself catching the full net. And with that, it's going to still be a 1-point deficit, 3-4. As they have number 5, Linda number 5, Nazaria Fisher is going to step behind the line now. Up and over. Popped in the air. Back over. Seminole's going to cry carry. Is not heard by the refs. They're going to go to the middle, which works. Rachel Lockey going in the middle there. Just attacking with a lot of power. Slips off 2 hands of the Bruins. Number 1 Bush behind the line, the libero. She's going to get a serve. That makes it over. Popped in the air to their main attacker, Perkins. That one's going to be popped up by Bush. And Perkins is going to find herself another point. 4-5 now. Battling back and forth, these two teams are. As number 3, Jordan Waters, steps behind the line. Up and over, ball set to the middle to Jada Dean. When in doubt, Dean it out. She's been an absolute rock for this team, especially in the middle. Big power, big hits, and can rise above. Humans making her appearance again behind the line. A lefty. And she finds herself out on the right side of the court. 5-6 now.
Wait to the cameras.
Perkins, Ella Perkins stepping behind the line. An absolute driving force in this Bruins game. And she's been the one to pretty much score all their points. Big hit there from Kemper. Absolutely wasting no time. An absolute seasoning to the ball there. Big hit, straight down the middle. Hard to defend when you got such power and such speed coming your way. And she's gonna step behind the line immediately. Gets a big hit there. That one's gonna be popped back over. Set by Humans. Put over by the setter. Back the other way, Jada Dean off the finger flick. The flea flicker. Able to get that one to land on the, right in the gap of the space there. We checked the replay, a big gap. No one there to recover. Kemper sends that one over. And the Seminoles tried to fight over it there. Effort was made. Ball was not saved. We're going back the way of the Bruins. Number 10, Chrissy Mendoza, going to be behind the line now. This one's going up and over. Goes up high. Bush digs it. Holmbeck sets it. And Jada Dean finishes it. They have her backed into the corner like a secret weapon. And then she comes out of nowhere. Bow. Randy Orton style. Puts a smackdown on the ball. And now she's out of nowhere. She appears behind the line. She's a magician. Comes from the corner pocket. Gets a cross hit. No worries for the Bruins as they're able to right that ship and get it over. Griggs. the second biggest hitter on this team, getting her a piece of it. Welcome to the pool party as they're making the splash. Big hits all over the court right now. Jada Dean back over. An absolute dart on a rope. And Griggs trying to really wind that one up there. Misses the ball. And so behind the line now, Yaneli Martinez. And getting subbed in the game for Southeast number 2, Alina Mathena. Up and away, that one goes. Oh, there by Kemper to Griggs, who gets a big hit on it. Back over to Seminoles. Bush is going to save that one. Holmbeck puts in the air. Griggs shuts it down, but Holmbeck touches the net there, which is going to be a net violation. You see on the replay as she went to set, her arm brushes up against the side of it. Yep. Coming to game number 14, Brown. Put in the air, but put outside the lines. So now the score will be 8-11. Only 3 points down for the Bruins. Ball be sent over. Seminoles to the outside. They get a good hit. That one bounces back off the hands of Martinez. And this crowd heats up. Tyra Griggs behind the line. A big hitter we've seen all night for the Seminoles, looking to keep that reputation as she throws an absolute rope and a dart, which turns into an ace. Ball playing limbo. Reverse limbo right there with the net. Came in very sheer. It's going to be the 7th ace on the day for the team. Griggs again, looking to make magic happen twice, and she does. Another ace. And that's going to be 8 aces so far for this team. As they score a point with that roll, with the ball back to Griggs, who's looking to make it happen a 3rd time. And that happens. All right. 9 aces so far. If someone has an ace playing card, which is hilarious. Timeout called by the Bruins. And so, yeah, this one you see a lot better effort, a lot better serving. I wouldn't necessarily say effort, but a lot more success with getting those serves back over the net for the Bruins. That's helped them out tremendously. Right now, they just need to really establish a dominant hitter. Right now, the only person they have hitting is number 17, Ella Perkins. And they had a couple sneak plays here and there by the setter at the net. If they can get some more of those or just get another big hitter, someone else who can score, they really put a lot of pressure on this Southeast team to, you know, really have to move and have to respect what they're doing on the other side of the net. As far as Southeast, they've really been handling business. Again, the 3 big ones, Kemper, Griggs, and Dean, Jada Dean. You know, that's the left, right, and center. They've been absolutely crushing it. Behind the line again is Tyra Griggs, number 3. She's going to get another hit. That is going to make its way back over. That one's going to get hit, catches a little bit before the back line. I believe that was Shatonia Brown who got that one. Going to be 16-8, up 8 now. And the crowd calls her name. And Tyra Griggs behind the line once more. Another big hit. This time, Bruins able to get it over. Kemper's going to get a piece of it. Going to bounce off the hands of the Bruin defender. still able to find the ground. Score is now going to be 17-8. The replay shows she just really gets back and cocks back and just gets a big hit on the ball. Griggs behind the line once more. Big hit. Gonna find the net this time. Just like my fishing trip, I'm out there catching the biggest things you ever seen. Anyway. A switch in the rotation here. Number 10, Christy Mendoza gonna come in for the Bruins. A big hit is gonna go across the net. They're going to be put back for the Seminoles, get a piece of it. They're going to go to Old Reliable, and she's going to find the net. Just like that 5-pound grouper when I was out there fishing. I just went on a fishing trip recently. 10-17, number 5, Fisher, no pun intended, is behind the line there. That one's going to get over and get put up high for Kemper. She's going to put a little bit too much on it, and it's going to find its way out the back line. 11-17 now. The Bruins in the double digits, something they didn't do this first set. And contending. Only 6 points down at this point. Popped in the air. Set by Holmbeck. This one's going to find the net from Rachel Lockheed. And right now the Seminoles in a slump, can't really get anything over the net. They're only finding the net, which is giving the Bruins a big boost here. I believe the last 3 points came off of their mistakes. Another big hit. Good serve. That one's going to be set for Brown. Brown's going to get a piece of it. And she's going to right the ship here. 12-18 now. Another substitution coming in. Looking at the replay, just a set right in her face. She just reaches up and hits it good. Bush stepped behind the line, leave her second appearance there. And a big hit. Bush is going to find herself on the ground, scraping that one up. That one's going to get set and mopped up by Jada Dean. And she goes over the middle again. Dean is just handling business over the middle there to get the setter in a position. Holmbeck, and she puts it on a silver platter. And Jada Dean uses a silver spoon, knocks that one down. Bush in the air, going to find the net. This Knowles team having a hard time not finding the net on a lot of these hits. Jordan Waters now behind the line for the Bruins. They're up in the air. They're getting on the ground on the other side. Jada Dean, big hit, bounces off the fingers of the Bruins defender. Change of serving to number 12, Abby Humans. 13-19 at this point, as the Bruins are working steadily, trying to come back in this game. Another set towards the middle, and the Dean machine is just rolling. Cole steaming, wheeling, dealing. He's not playing around right now. Over the middle, absolutely dominating. Humans again going to get a big hit. And that's going to be an ace. 10 aces so far in the match for the Seminoles. And the crowd is very, very excited about that. Put in the air. The Bruins get it back over to Perkins. She's going to find the net. And that point's going to find itself on the Seminoles side of the scoreboard. And a substitution being made here as they put it into the game. I can't see her number, but as soon as I can, I'll call it out. And a great block there. And the Bruins doing an amazing job staying with it. As you see, the Seminoles wanted to celebrate early. They're going to give a set to Holmbeck. And that's going to be all she wrote. She's going to give a set to Kemper. Coming up on that outside. Looking like Ray Lewis, just nothing but bad intentions, coming in strong. going up high, slamming down hard. Yumin's behind the line at this point for match point. She's going to go in with the lefty. Floats it over, and it gets floated back. Bush in the air, set to the middle to Dean. And she's going to put her hands on it, and it's going to nick just the edge there. As we can see on the replay, Dean kind of shoved it. Never mind. The Seminoles are going to take that one. I believe the score was 25-15 or 25-17. I couldn't see it. I didn't write it down in time. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with more MSTV. Don't go anywhere just yet. Right after this break.
Film on these games, they were finding holes, they were getting the runners on, and they were scoring the runners. So if you stick to that plan, should be able to get some damage done.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the MSTV Game of the Week presentation. We are in the home of the Seminoles as they are up 2 sets right now on the Bruins, looking to make a repeat of last week, at least for the varsity side, looking to make the 3-0 sweep once again for the second year in a row. As the umpire takes a stroll along the net there, moseying her way back to the top. A little discussion going on between the ump. We got the ref on camera, a legend. You know what's so funny? I saw her in St. Pete the other day. She's really working hard. And I saw her last week too, man. You know, it's like she's my shadow at this point, Mo. If you see her, you see me almost. Anyway, the Bruins serving this one off. Up in the air. Jada Dean pots it up. Griggs is going to get a piece of it, but the Bruins are there. They're going to set to Perkins. Perkins going to put it back over the other way. That one's going to be set by Holmbeck to Griggs again on the other side, and it's money. It was absolutely money. And now she's going to step behind the line as well. And going to get herself an ace. And I believe that is the 11th ace of the night, give or take. There might be a few more. We are absolutely, they're making it rain aces tonight, the Seminoles are. As they find that one flying over, the Bruins have answers. They're gonna put that one over, blocked at the middle. Perkins gonna get her hands on it to get it back over. To the outside to Kemper. And she's gonna put a little bit too much on it. Almost gonna take out the concession stand. That's gonna be a point towards the favor of the Bruins. 1-2 now. Bruins down by 1. We saw this last time. It was a battle back and forth. Behind the line, Fisher puts it up over the air. Griggs is gonna be the one to dig it. That one's gonna be put over by Brown. Number 14, Tony Brown. Coach giving me the fist. He sees that the varsity team is handling business out here. And Bush is going to be the one to put that one over. Up in the air. Perkins denied at the net as their two blockers, Brown and Lockheed, were there to defend, getting up high. Oh, excuse me, Brown and Dean, Jada Dean. Bush is going to be behind the line once more. Up and over. It finds the ground. That means it's an ace. 12 aces on the night now. And that one will find the ground too and comes towards the score table. Oh, now I got to get in the game. Oh, never mind, she got it. Thank you. That'll be another ace, the 13th ace. And I just touched the ball with my foot, gave it a little luck. We'll see what happens. Goes over. Finds its way back. Seminoles in the air. A little flea flicker back towards me again. And it rolls on the ground. 7-1 at this point. Jada Dean with her signature little flip there. Something we saw her do earlier. And that resulted in some more points. Bush behind the line. Up in the air and over. Caught by the Bruins. They're able to set it. Tries to get it back over, finds the net, Fisher. 1-8. And subbing in for the first time here, Almi Familia. That's gonna be another ace. Alemi Familia Linares. Gonna be a timeout here for the Bruins. So much of what we saw in the first set, much of what we saw last week as well. The Bruins on absolute tirade on the serving front. In this game alone, they're up to about 14 aces. Last game, they were over 20. So they've been absolutely tearing it up. And hitting has been outstanding as well. This Bruins team has shown and improved as they have slowly but surely done a way better job of getting these serves and actually getting some offense going from these last two sets here. And we got the fans hitting the chop. And letting them know about that Seminoles pride which is going on here. As we come back from the timeout, the score is 9-1. And number 1, Bush will be serving. She gets a hit on it. It's up in the air. Perkins puts it up, and it goes over. Bush digs. Set for Jada Dean over the middle. Something that they've been absolutely abusing, the honey pot. As you can see there, Bush digs. Set by Holmbeck and smashed down by Jada Dean. Bush behind the line once more. Up in the air, goes over. This is going to be another ace. Going to be ace number 15. And we got a loyal fan over there with 2 ace posters over there. Bush once again behind the line. In the air. Called by Perkins. And they're going to get it back over. Bush. The home back. That one's going to be popped over the other side. A little flea flicker action there. But they get it back over. Set for Jada Dean over the middle. Bounces off the hands of the Bruins. That is going to be point number 12. 1-12 now. As you can see, they're just going back to what they know works, and that's Jada Dean over the middle. She's tall and explosive, gets up high and puts it down hard. Bush back again on the other side. That one will not find the ground. Gets back over, but will now be point number 13. That one popped in the air by Perkins. The Seminoles going to put it to the outside to Kemper. That one's going to get brought back. Serve to the middle for Dean. It's easy money there, 14-1. As the crowd goes wild. Back the other way for the Bruins after the point. Going to be being served by number 3, Jordan Waters, who's going to get that one over nice and easy. Set to the middle again to Jada Dean. This time, no success. A little bit of a pile up there on the Bruins side. The ball finds its way out the back there. 15-2. Down by 13 at the moment, the Bruins. Abby Uman's going to be behind the line. One's going to fly over, popped in the air by Perkins, put up, set. It'll go back the other way. Set in the air for Kemper. She hits it. The Bruins able to get that one over again. Set towards Kemper again. They go back to her on the outside. She goes cross court. Gets the big hit. A little bit lighter on the touch this time. As you can see, it was set really high. She gets up high to meet it in the air and puts it down nice and easy. That one's gonna be an ace. It'll be 16 aces now. And it will be 2-17. And hey, look, the whole student section has a bunch of ace cards. And back the other way, 18-2. That, we are 2-19. Jada Dean over the middle. Sounding like a record at this point. Jada Dean over the middle. She's not playing around. She's getting to it every time. That one's put up and over. Caught. A great hit by the Bruins. Able to catch that outside piece. No one was there. Seminoles tried to scramble to get there, but were too late. And the ball will be rolled back the other way. Behind the line will be going number 17, Ella Perkins. Perkins finds the ball over the net. And that one's going to be set towards the outside. Popped in the air. Saved by the Bruins as they're able to get it back over. Great effort on their side. That one's going to fall just a little short, but no worries. It goes all to plan. Christy Mendoza, the hustle play. After being set up there by number 7, Lavinia, getting down low, and Christy coming in with the arm almighty. Able to get that one over just in the nick of time. 4-19. Bruins down 15. Going back to Perkins behind the line. And that is going to be an ace for the Bruins, their second ace of the night. That one's going to be hit just a little bit too hard. Going to go out the back of the perimeter. 20-5 now. Serving now, number 5, Alicia Martinez. It was her first chance behind the line, and she goes a little bit too hard. And it finds the back of the wall. It's going to be number 10, Christy Mendoza. Gets a hit on it, and it goes into the net. Back the other way, 6-21. Number 6, Linda Nazarico coming in. She will, that ball will get over the Bruins, will be able to get it back. Seminoles back the other way, set in the air for Griggs. Griggs finds the net and will be sending the ball back towards the Bruins. Coming into the game for the libero, number 3, Jordan Waters. Back the other way, the Seminoles get a point there. 22-7 now. Big hit on the outside. You see Griggs, same story all night. Absolutely bringing the pain to the ball. Coming into the game now, number 7, Sophia Mendez. As they have, she steps over the line while serving. So they will give the free points to the Bruins. It shall be 8-22 now. As they go on a hide and go seek for the ball, and they finally get it back to the libero. Libero going to be sitting back now and serving the ball. She goes up, she goes over. And that ball going to find itself, hands in the self of Griggs. Catches just the interior of the line there. And the point will be given to the Seminoles, 23-8. Back over, popped up, set it on the platter, put back over, Seminoles to the middle. And they get it, 24-8 now. Match point now, as it is 24-8. Seminoles way. Griggs step behind the line. Jim is dead silent, except for me. That one gets put over on the outside, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have an ending to this game. Seminoles taking the last set, 25-8. with this one, ladies and gentlemen, the Seminoles close out the season against the Bruins, at least the varsity, undefeated. And so this is another great game here. Second year in a row that the varsity has been undefeated against the Bruins for the Seminoles. As you can see, just great hitting all around, great setting. I mean, there's so many names I have to read off the whole list. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us for the MSTV game broadcast of the week. We want to thank SETV, the Southeast Television production people here, for helping out. And we also want to thank MTC, as we have some of their students as well, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do this. And without you, we wouldn't have such a great audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Frederick Stewart, the People's Champ. I hope to see you again next time. But until next time, have a great night.